Excuse me? Oh, that's up close and personal. The sun, not used to it. Hey, what's going on, guys? GD Gardens. Make sure I brought my sunglasses here. We are headed to Sarasota for a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Oh, you got Brahia culeata? Germinating. Nice. It was a cold one last night. It got down to 43 and then it jumped up to 53. It was quite interesting. I don't know how many people are going to be in the stream in the morning, but let me turn it around for you guys. I'm sure you don't want to see my face the whole time. Alright. Get to see what traffic around here is like. 23, that's not bad where you are. Alright, let's try and make this light. Car's warming up. It doesn't like to shift in the third when it's cold. I mean, it does, it just doesn't like it. There we go. Get it plugged in. I'm gonna need some power when I'm. Oh, that's the kind of Florida driving that I never understand. I've known the owner of Caribbean Palms for about 15 years. I have been there. He's one of the most, if not the most knowledgeable guy on Caribbean. There's three guys that are from Florida that are really knowledgeable about Caribbean Palms, more than any other, as far as like on the nursery side. You have Mike Harris, who owns Caribbean Palms, who I highly recommend. You have Dale Holton, who owns Holton Nursery. Oh, it's hot in here now. And then you have Paul Kraft, who doesn't have a nursery right now that I know of. He lives in Sebastian now. Mike and Dale live in the West Palm area. Sebastian is in Indian River County, I believe. So we were actually going to look at a car. Not going to say what it is. I don't want to jinx it. But I found a vehicle for sale. I don't know. Well, last night sometime, but this morning it just, it's a car I've been wanting to get for a while. But we'll get to see a lot of palms on the way here. And all the traffic. This is why it's just, the traffic here is this time of year. That's a cool truck. It's small. I want to say it's like a 58 Chevy. Maybe earlier than that, maybe 56. Sorry about that. I cleaned up the stuff here. If you notice, that's lovely. People forget that their turnoff is like 50 feet away, so they just cut over 3 lanes. Yes, the construction. What the fuck? This is why you shouldn't drive a nice car in Florida. You're just going to eventually get sideswiped. The only thing that sucks during, while I'm doing daytime vlogs with my sunglasses, it like polarizes the screen. I can't see as well. Yeah, Coco Thronax will do that. It's like their way of showing shock. It's kind of weird, but just how they roll. Well, it's 60 here now. It's supposed to get to 73 today, so that's significantly more comfortable than the past week. Jesus. I'm looking forward to the no more sweatshirt weather. I feel like the whole month of January, all I did was wear a sweatshirt every day. At night, it's a little bit different. Long sleeves, maybe. I don't like wearing long pants. Calming beard. Yeah, Caribbean Palms Nursery. Mike has a lot of good stuff there. He collected a lot of things from Cuba. All that stuff is, most of that stuff is pure. If it's hybridized, he sets it to the side. He checks on it. He'll sell some of it. Some of it he keeps for himself. Understandably, there's some very cool Copernicia hybrids and Cocothrinax sometimes. Only Jesus saves something. I don't know why no one's in this lane. We're gonna take a little back route to where I'm going. I'm not gonna. This is like a very long on ramp to the interstate. What temperature do you have your greenhouse at? If it's above 70, they'll grow. So the 681 is just a road that used to be just a long road to the interstate, but now there's a lot of connector roads that cross over it and everything. I just kind of threw everything in the car, hoping that I had everything I needed. So this might not be. I wanted to go do a vlog yesterday, and I thought I was going to have a good amount of time, but I had a 10 o'clock dentist appointment to get 2 cavities filled. And 3.5 hours later, I have 1 cavity fill and 1 partial root canal done. And I was having a lot of jaw pain. It's just been hard for me to talk a lot of sensitivity. They're building all this new stuff here. There's more houses. That land's for sale. That'll get developed. This used to be just open forest where, just grass. There was just a road to the interstate. Hey, Matthew Majestic, sorry. It's a little hard because my glasses are polarized, so when I look at the screen, the way that the screen is set up, like if I'm not looking at it directly on, it actually shades it out, so it's almost like I'm looking at a darker screen than I normally would be. This is kind of a cool view of like what Florida looks like, this area here to the right, and then to the left, this is Oscar Scherer State Park. That'll never get built on, but just pinelands, palmettos. Right now it says it's 62, but it's climbing very fast. Last night around midnight, it was like 43. The low was supposed to be 51, but it dropped real fast because I think the last bit of that cold front was there. And then it actually went up, by the time I went to sleep at 3 o'clock in the morning, it was 51. So, but it got down into the 30s again in a lot of areas nearby. I hit 39 yesterday morning. So we turn here. If I head straight, I'm going on to 75, but I don't want to do that. It would be a few minutes faster, but the interstate's not. I think interstate I have to pay more attention to what's going on the road. I can't pay as much attention to you guys. It's one thing I don't like about. Yeah, so this used to be there used to be no cross street here. So we're at the corner of Honore and 681. And Honore used to end actually back on Central Sarasota Parkway, which we'll pass. I'll show you, but this goes all the way down now. A lot has happened in the past 5 years. This wasn't here. But they're building everywhere. And I mean everywhere. I just missed that light. Well, yeah, some, in parts of like East Venice and Northport, I mean, I think they hit near freezing, and they definitely had a lot of frost. There was frost on Pine Island. there was frost in a lot of parts of East Naples, and it really. I was gonna do a vlog on how how to look at the maps like that night to see where the warm spots were, but my tooth was just hurting me too much. I couldn't focus, so I've been battling. I had to get a tooth. Like I said, I had to get cavity filled, and I thought a second cavity, but now it's gonna be a root canal, which is lovely. And then I also had to get a tooth extracted a few weeks ago, just from. Not even sure I had to get it extracted. I think it was the other tooth that had the pain. Hey, Palms USA. Welcome to this. I'm glad you guys are here. So I'm kind of like in this no man's land between Sarasota and Venice. This is technically Laurel, I think. I don't know. Some people will call it South Sarasota. There's some very weird city limits to it, which go as far north as here. But after this, I'm pretty much, and what this is north of here. This is basically just South Sarasota. Oh, so yeah. My mom used to live up here, and every time I drive by, there'll just be more houses built. And you guys will see this used to be. You'll see cow pasture, and then you'll see a new development. There's a roundabout now. There used to not be a roundabout here, so. But since there's more people on here, I'll let you guys know. I'm a big fan of like old Lexuses because they're really reliable. They drive very well, and I just like the look of them. I grew up in the '90s. I found a '91 Lexus LS 400 for sale with low mileage. You like old Lexus? And so it's white. It looks like it's well maintained. It's got one little dent near the trunk on it, which could be fixed. The taillight lens is a little crack. But other than that, it seems to be in great shape. The price is right. Yeah, there's very few places you could find. There's some places in like Osprey and North Venice that still haven't been fully developed. But right here, see this development here. There's like 5 of these before you even get to the next stoplight or stop sign. There's a roundabout. I don't consider this a stop. This massive, it's just a concrete. All this stuff you can see up front here, like up front and center. Yeah, the motors are. I used to have I had a '95 Lexus SC 400, same motor, the 1UZ, and this car only has 121,000 miles on it. So, and as you can see, I'm a big fan of. I have this '99 Avalon. It's really treated me well. I've only had to replace. I had to replace the alternator, which was actually an aftermarket alternator. It was not made in Japan. Then I have a Toyota Camry. It's a lease, but so this would be a little bit of a investment / third car. So I kind of have to not be stupid. I have to be kind of smarter about my buy here. But God, man, these houses just weren't here 2-3 years ago. I mean, this was just getting built. It was all just a bunch of construction. Now it's 64, so it's going to be 70 by the time I get back home around hopefully 11 o'clock. So, but DeVosta and Lennar, they just sit here and they just keep on building and building and building. I mean, these houses are not cheap too. I mean, the average house in this area is probably going to be in the 400 range. This is kind of like this is Sarasota, and if you want to buy a new house in Sarasota, you're going to pay some money. Yeah, those old Hondas too. I mean, my sister got in 09 or 10 Honda Civic. She got the EXL, with the leather, and it ran fine, but it had some weird, like the tires, which obviously aren't part of the car there, but the tires just went bald around 20. I don't know who drove it like that. I think it might have been her ex-boyfriend. But the leather was wearing, but the car ran fine. I've had a 99 Civic. I've had a 93 Accord. I've had a 90 Accord. What else have I had? As far as Japanese cars, I've had this Avalon. Had the Camry. I've had, let's see, how many Corollas? I just only had a 95 Corolla. I had an 82 Toyota Celica. I've had almost every car Toyota makes except for a Supra. I've had 2 4Runners. I've had a Tacoma. I didn't have a Tundra, but my sister's ex-boyfriend had one. Yeah, but back then, between the LX and the EX, it wasn't like there was a lot of like today. If you got the equivalent of the LX, well, there is an LX still today, but if you got the LX versus the EX today, it wouldn't be nearly. It would be a big deal. It'd be like thousands of dollars in technology, but the LX usually meant there was just like cheaper seats, or the radio wasn't as nice, or you might have had crank windows, which I don't mind. I mean, I'd rather have power windows, but power windows in this car has been. I mean, two of them work, 2 of them don't. So. But this is pretty well landscaped here. I mean, they could have put some more tropical things out here. They will grow, like royals at least. I like the look of a nice date. And there's a lot of them here. This is near not too far away from where I filmed Sarasota Alex's yard. So I'm going to do a whole series on North Sarasota with my friend Rob. And when I get a chance there, it's a little bit longer of a drive. It's an extra 20 minutes to go to his place. But it's an older garden. It's over 20 years old. I know it's not that old, but surprisingly not a lot of cars on the road here. Usually there's a commute. So, well, Matthew, I think that the only part that you're going to find really truly tropical is going to be the Keys. They don't hit freezing. If you can grow a lipstick somewhere, then I think that's really like the sign of a truly tropical area. When you're looking for frost-free, you can find that maybe Miami Beach, in downtown Miami and parts of Fort Lauderdale. But I mean, if you want to find some areas in areas that are not in the Keys, like Sanibel gets very close. Sanibel often gets closer than even Miami Beach does. It's because it's so far out in the water. It's jutting out 4 or 5 miles. It's that maritime influence, but it doesn't get as warm during the day as those areas might. Okay, so once I get to going to Bee Ridge and Cattleman. I'm probably going to have to drop the stream once I hit Bee Ridge, though, because I have to see exactly which, what's it called? Which, oh, Sugar and the Ocala. Okay, yeah, so if you check out Faulkner's Palms LLC at Gmail, I'll try and help you out in locating one. I would say half the people that drive on these streets do not know how to use these roundabouts. Oh, this car corners like an 80s Cadillac. Being tailgated. You guys know me well, I don't like being tailgated. And they're going around me, but you guys looking at me like I'm crazy. I'm doing 10 over. And it's weird. Some older people, they don't have. It's just weird. Unexplainable. Hitting, I think we're at Clark now. Yeah, when I hit Bee Ridge, I'm gonna have to cut off the stream because I have to see which shopping center it is, because there's 4 right there, and I don't want to just guess. Unless you guys don't mind if I pause the stream real quick. Let me do that. Let me message her. I don't know if I can do that from here. Like, this phone doesn't allow you to... let me see my... Okay, guys, sorry about that. I don't know if anyone's still watching. I just had to see what shopping center it was in. So we're definitely in the Sarasota area now. Did everybody leave on me? I don't blame you. Back here. So I'm actually headed to, they call it Sarasota, the area is called Sarasota Golf Club. I actually used to run a poker game right across the street from this area. Pretty much Florida has, I mean, it has more like 4, but because you have a humid subtropical, and then you have tropical savanna, tropical monsoon, and tropical rainforest. And funny enough, the tropical rainforest area is actually north of the monsoon and the savanna. I used to take these as back roads. I'm trying to remember exactly. I think this is the way. Yeah. So I'm at the right place now. I know now in my head I should have just thought, okay, yeah, I used to go to the shop center all the time, and I used to go to the Whole Foods store. They had really good deals on coconut water. I'd drink it before I would deal poker all night long. It does, in general. Come on. I like the new Miatas. I don't want to have to honk my horn at one. You have to realize I'm originally from New York, so the New Yorker in me wants everyone to go, like, when it's time to go. But outside of Naples, I'd say Sarasota is definitely the most affluent. These apartments are all brand new. Sarasota is the most affluent. Yeah, no problem, man. You guys can see palms during the day in a different town. This is not your average drive. We're not driving around Venice. We're actually almost here. If I can, I actually don't mind getting to the where's Burlington Toy Shop? Right there. Okay. So if I pull in, should be this parking lot right here. Should be able to see the car here somewhere. It's parked on the road for sale. Might have to call the lady who's selling it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to go ahead and call because I don't see it. And these people are. So let me go ahead and do that, and I will be back on in a little bit, okay? So I will see you guys in a little while. Sorry to end it so quickly. I just want to let her know I'm here. All right, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll be back on.